Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. And as the title suggests, I am going to talk about. I'm gonna talk about the Borderlands movie because I just got home from watching it. I have a lot on my mind that I want to talk about when it comes to like reviewing it, I guess, and just like talk about what happened in it and whether I liked it or not, I guess. Before I go any further, I'm putting this in because I'm gonna be spoiling the movie. And if you have any interest in watching it, yeah. So I'm gonna get this. I'm just gonna immediately get the biggest question out of the way. Did I like the movie? As a long-time Borderlands enjoyer, and to the answer is kind of. Here's all right. The movie, it could have been a lot better, but it could have been a lot worse than what I got because the movie had a lot of good highs, but also there was also a good amount of lows as well. So I guess I'll just try and my best to ramble about what I'm talking about. So basically the movie, the premise is about our main character Lilith, who is I forgot, it was like Jane Blanket or something, who plays Lilith, and basically she's a bounty hunter in this story, and she was encountered by Atlas, like the Atlas, from the Atlas Corporation, and he's trying to find a certain fella named Tina, who was supposed to be a creation, who was created to find the vault for Atlas and its gains. And she pretty much takes it because the original job she was on kind of got sabotaged by Atlas. Kind of. And then she goes back to Pandora officially. Soon enough, she encounters Claptrap, and pretty much Lilith reluctantly takes Claptrap along with her to try and find Tina, in which they do because they're at Three Horns, which is a place in Borderlands 2. Which, one thing I should disclaim is that they take a lot of pieces from Borderlands media and put it all and condense it into one movie. Like there's characters from Borderlands 1 and 2. They have the gun designs are Borderlands 3-esque. There's stingrays from Borderlands the pre-sequel, and there is a few new things, I guess. Also, one of the things that, and also some things got switched. Like one of which was Atlas, who originally Atlas in Borderlands 1 was mainly run by a woman named Commandant Steele, and now in the movie it's a completely different guy, a younger man with the last name of Atlas. I'm not sure exactly why they did that, but I mean, Atlas as a villain was like pretty unintimidating. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. He did nothing throughout the movie. Like all he did was like the only time he really had action was in Act 3 with telling Lilith telling Lilith what's gonna happen with Tina whenever they find the vault and stuff. Tina hears it and pretty much leaves Lilith to rot. At the Act 3, at the clichéable squad splits up. Forgive me, I'm playing with fidget toys, trying to get up. I'm very scatterbrained right now, so if I sound like I'm all over the place, I am. But yeah, that happens, and then soon enough, they all get to the vault. Lilith was revealed to be the one to open the vault, and she gets the powers of the Firehawk. And Atlas does get inside the vault, but he doesn't get what he wants in the vault. Instead, what happens is that the Destroyer comes and pretty much consumes him whole, killing him. So yeah, that's kind of a scatterbrain movie synopsis, I guess. So yeah, so I guess I'll go over some of the good stuff first. One of which was the graphics. I really like the graphics of a lot of things. Like the guns looked really good. I like I enjoy the costume designs for the characters was pretty nice. There was when they get to Sanctuary, Borderlands 2 area, they literally wear custom helmets. Holographic heads is pretty cool. They had the bus with Marcus. It was only Lilith on it though, so. But even then, they had the bus scene, which I did find neat. That's really all. That's really the best I can think of for good things right now. And some bad stuff. There is some. Like my biggest problem with the movie was how inconsistent the traveling stuff was, because I mean, once in one scene they're in one area and they're like, all right, we got to go to this area and grab something, and then soon enough they're there in under 5 minutes. And then in some scenes they're just suddenly there, like whenever they get to the vault, like literally, like Lilith was getting exposition about some of her life story and what happened to her mom, and like after the serious scene, like we just suddenly cut to Tina and two other main characters of like the main little crew with Krieg, who is from Borderlands 2, and I gotta talk a bit more about Krieg because I have a lot to say about Krieg, positive. And then Patricia Tanis, who was the crazy scientist that helped out with trying to find the vault key fragments, and yeah. So yeah, I should probably talk about the main cast, because the 6 main people who were on the adventure were Claptrap, Lilith, Roland, Tina, Krieg, and Tanis. 4 of which are Borderlands 1 characters, and then Tina and Krieg were introduced in Borderlands 2, and even then, Krieg was a DLC character, so seeing him get included was pretty it was weird to see, but I'm kind of glad it happened, because Krieg was genuinely one of my favorite parts of the movie. Every scene he was in, he felt like he felt like Krieg. Compared to some of the other characters, I felt like I was watching Krieg. As for like the other characters, I guess Lilith was. I will say this: I really hate Lilith in the games, and honestly, I kind of enjoyed Lilith in the movie. I think I prefer that. Honestly, I prefer that version of Lilith. So yeah, Kevin Hart as Roland. I still can't believe they did that, but he wasn't horrible. I guess he was all right. Didn't have many, like, he wasn't a joke. I don't think I really recall him being a joke cracker. That was more Claptrap's job. Speaking of Claptrap, I mean, I feel like he had a lot of laughs in the theater I was in. Like, he was easily the best ticket to having the cinema laugh. I didn't really laugh at anything he did. Claptrap does have some good jokes, but he also has one of the worst jokes in the game. Oh, Victor MC, thank you for following. And the scene was in one of the trailers where he was dispensing bullets out of his ass. I mean, I didn't mind it too much, but I think we were better off without it. However, the scene that happened right after that was easily one of my favorite parts of the movie, where the Bloodshots. Once again, I'm just left fielding this. The Bloodshots, a Borderlands 2 psycho group, and also they were in Caustic Caverns as well, which looked nothing like what Caustic Caverns looked like in the game. Like, it was completely different. The only thing that the Caustic Caverns had special about it was literally just the fact that there was poison. Enjoy the movie. My official thoughts: it could have been a lot worse, but it could have been so much better. So, like, in the end, I thought it was decent. If I were to watch it again, it would probably be like in the far future. Anyways, back on topic. My favorite scene was what happened right after one of the worst jokes in the movie. And they had the Ace of Spades by Motorhead playing over the Bloodshots trying to overrun the crew, but heroes go pew pew, so the enemies go die die. And yeah, actually, it was a really good scene. I had a lot of fun watching it. And then it ended off with a nice explosion too. So yeah, solid scene in the end. Yeah, I was thinking. Right. Okay, I was talking about my thoughts and characters. So yeah, Claptrap was like, I could tolerate Claptrap. So yeah, and there's Tina's. I'll go and cover Tina next. Tina was alright. They did some pretty interesting stuff with her, and set her up to make the viewer believe that she was gonna be like the main key to opening the vault, and like she was gonna be the siren, and Lilith was gonna be. Definitely should have set the story so much more to what I've seen in Borderlands 1. Red Handsome Jack, not Idiot Atlas CEO. I fully stand by that. Like, even then, Borderlands 1 had combat on steel. Like, why couldn't you just bring her over to the movie? I mean, I will say this. Not having Handsome Jack in the movie does not tarnish Jack as a character, I guess. So, I mean, that's a bit of a plus in the end, but yeah. And even then, now I'm thinking about it, Pitchfork tweeted out, "Oh, so you just wanted us to retell Borderlands 1 but in movie form?" I'm like, everyone agreed. So yeah, and then he went on like an absolute fucking psychotic episode and just started blocking a bunch of people who negatively reviewed the movie. And one of which was Killer 6. One of the biggest Borderlands creators in the community. I mean, he did unblock him in the end, from what I saw. So, I guess all is forgiven. I'm not really sure, but yeah. Make a movie with a story like Tales from the Borderlands. That is true as well. Although the latest Tales from the Borderlands, aka New Tales, was not good. I still haven't played that yet. I really still have to, but all I know is that New Tales they bastardized Reese. Anyways, back on topic. But yeah, Tina was alright. Had some decent scenes, and my biggest complaint was that the actress for Tina said she based it off of Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn and not Tina from Borderlands 2. So that was like one of the biggest negatives. Randy's having gone crazy. Yeah, like, someone said it best. I think he's going through a midlife crisis right now, and someone should take over as like the head honcho for Borderlands. And after Tina, then Tannis, the last character that the crew meet, and I don't know. Tannis was just kind of there. She had the. She was kind of like the mad. She kind of had like the mad scientist caricature type going for her. I mean, she was all right. Like I don't have too. I don't really have too much to say as Tannish. There were some scenes. There was one good scene in the Bloodshot scene where she was like, where she just snatches Roland's pistol and she was like, I needed a gun. That was probably. I mean, that was definitely one of the more memorable scenes. But like, yeah, I feel like Tannish was kind of forgettable. But she didn't suck. Like everyone who played their characters did a decent job, I think. But yeah, out of all the crew, as I said, Krieg is easily my favorite. He was a lot of fun. All right, I gotta think of any other scenes. Put yourself in their shoes. The movie was a failure, and the critics ruined the movie. Yeah, that is true. The critics are... I mean, honestly, I don't even think... After Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I can't trust the critics anymore. They're soulless. Dennis for me was the best character? That's fair. That's fair. That is fair. I will always... One thing for certain about movies... Instead of basing your review off the critics, watching the movie and forging your own damn opinion is always the best way to go. And that's what I did, and that's what I'm playing out right now. But yeah. Also, Nox was back as well. I'm remembering that. And Nox was like just there. But when the criticism comes from the audience, it hits hard. Yes. See, I'm going back to Five Nights at Freddy's again. From the audience, they fucking loved Five Nights at Freddy's. Nearly hit 300 million in the box office. Everyone got so excited at stuff. God, I should probably cleanse myself with FNAF movie again. I don't know. I will, but yeah, as I said, they could have done a lot better with Borderlands, man. I mean, if you do separate it from... I mean, I know, they couldn't do everything, because the Borderlands story is pretty huge, but, and maybe they wanted to do a separate story from the original, from the games, but... I mean, I'm not sure if that's exactly what they're doing, but... Yeah, they could have... What they did was just okay. Let's see, I'm trying to think of anything else. Let's see. Alright, I talked about Atlas already and how... I mean, I guess I'll talk about him again because, as I said, he only appears in my first streaming series or something like that. Yeah. Borderlands streaming series would actually be pretty cool. But yeah, Atlas only showed up at the beginning, and even then he was only holographic. Same thing whenever they all get to the vault. I mean, he was there in a way, but he was also just invincible because fuck all. And then just vaporizes Nox, who did fuck all throughout the movie. Thought Atlas would be like Reese. Nope, Atlas was just a cutthroat businessman who would just dispose of anyone to get in his way. Also, in Act 3, and also at the vault scene, fucking Crom was apparently the big baddie was Crom, and I went in with someone, we thought it was Sledge. We thought it was Sledge until the credits told us, oh, the guy with the big man with the mace and the mask that looked like it was mouthpieces from Borderlands 3 was frickin' Crom. Now, I gotta pull up a picture of Crom, because they completely refurbished his design. Oh, now it's, okay, no. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna pulling up image. That is not it. Crom only fought with Creed. Yeah, like literally the only action Crom did was battle Creed, and he almost won. I mean, he did almost win, but yeah. Also, here's also like you would like look at these two and tell me when you like you look at that and you would think that that's Sledge. Like there's no way. I refuse to believe that that was not Sledge. Once again, I'm still trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure anything else out that I missed out on because, as I said, I'm literally scatterbraining this right now because I just got home from the movie. No, I think that's really everything. I guess that's really all I can think about. Here's the problem, is that he was going to end up being forked and join the others. Nah. That's another complaint that I have too. No Brick or Mordecai. I mean, if they pull off a sequel, which I highly doubt, because literally everyone's literally burying this movie 6 feet under, and they're still going. Like, they're burying this thing down to the inner core of the earth. Like, it is that bad. Yeah, that's really all I have to say, I guess. I think chemistry between Brick and Mordecai would be great. I know. I mean, on another note, I mean, if you look at it from another direction, it could be a blessing that they weren't included in the movie because, well, they didn't really get tarnished, I guess. Even then, as I said, I feel like you could separate the movie from the games. I think. I don't really know. Yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about, I guess. I don't really have anything else to say. But yeah, overall, the movie was just alright. Just another canon, yeah. Like with Five Nights at Freddy's, it's another story where they took a bunch of elements from a bunch of games and just jam-packed them all into one. But Five Nights at Freddy's did it so much better than Borderlands did. And these are two franchises that I have known since like their inceptions and love. I mean, for Five Nights at Freddy's, I kind of left the fandom and soon enough came back. But for Borderlands, I've never left. And I never really left. But yeah. That's really all I have to say. I don't really have anything else to talk about. Not really. So yeah. This is gonna be the end. I'm definitely gonna upload this to YouTube. I'm definitely gonna upload my review to YouTube tomorrow. So if I want to look back on what I said, I guess I can just look at it here. Maybe I'll write a better review. Maybe I'm not sure if I don't think I have an interest in rewatching it. So yeah. I guess that'll be it for this quick little ramble. Thanks for coming, I guess. You went with your partner and there were only a couple of people in the movie theater, and the truth is only a couple of us laughed and claptrapped with some joke. Yeah, there was actually a decent amount of people in the theater I was in, and even then, the only times that they really laughed was at Claptrap. Which is good, because at least Claptrap being comic relief for some people worked for some people's favors. I mean, there were some moments where I smiled, but I never really laughed at any of the scenes. I will say that. Sorry for English, Spanish, and using a translator? Oh, that's awesome, actually. Don't worry about that's completely fine, dude. That is awesome. All right, I'm gonna get out of here now. So yeah, that'll be it for tonight. I'll go back. I'm actually gonna play. Did you see Scooter and Ellie? Yeah, I saw them too. I was like, oh, no way, Scooter and Ellie. It was cool to see them, but like maybe we could have at least had some time with Scooter because he was in the first game. I don't know. All right, that's gonna. All right, I'm not gonna prolong this any longer. I'm gonna get out of here now. So yeah, thank you guys for listening to me ramble. See y'all tomorrow. I'm probably gonna go back to Into the Pit tomorrow. Love that scene. Should have been. Yeah, I completely agree with you there. Same with Moxie too. Moxie could have used some more screen time. Yeah, that's everything. No, I guess I could also, well, before I go, I should probably talk about Marcus too. Marcus was, I mean, honestly, I feel like Marcus was very much in character from the games. Like, all he just cared about was all he cared about was vault hunters and, hunting for, and selling his guns, so. Yeah, Marcus was definitely in character. Yeah, alright, now I think I'm actually done. So yeah. Yeah, Marcus could easily be another highlight. It's only shame Marcus definitely should have gotten a bit more screen time though. Yep, that's everything. So yeah, final thoughts. The movie wasn't bad, but it wasn't really good. Yes, thank you for listening to me ramble, Victor. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm probably gonna go back to Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit. Oh my god, thank you for subscribing with Prime. That's so cool. That's official first subscription on this channel. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you very much for that. Yep, that's officially my first. Yep, that's the official. Yeah, first subscription here. It's pretty barren. All right. Alright, I'm gonna get out now. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble. See you all next time. Goodbye.